So, you may have seen recently that we got engaged. Thank you very much for all the congratulations, but are we ever actually going to get married? What do you think?
I'd like to think so.
So let's discuss. Should we go walkies? It's a nice bow you've got on. Is that the one?
That looks quite dark.
Well, I bought it now.
You should have gone for that one.
No, that one's better.
It is, it's a bit dark, that.
Sorry mate, we're just talking carpets for 1 minute. Hello everyone and welcome back to On Course, Off Course with the Robbos.
Oh, that's not going to stick.
It might stick. Today we're talking weddings. Is it going to happen? When will they happen? We've only got one dog with us today, which a little bit less hassle. What? Didn't know what it was, the camera. But anyway, how are you?
Fine, thanks.
Yeah?
Yeah, busy day.
Busy day working from home. I've been here, there and everywhere sorting a few bits out. But so we're going to really use this video to talk about our wedding. If it's going to happen, when it's going to happen, it is going to happen really. Didn't ask you for no reason, did we?
No.
But so from your take, because Laura works in hospitality anyway, Laura's delivered weddings all her life.
Yeah.
Where's hospitality going? Because that's like the big thing for me is so many people, and I must say as well, if you're watching this and your wedding's being put back from last year or from this year, gutted for you. Like, I don't know, I assume 2022 is going to be a really busy year for weddings. What do you think?
I don't think 2021's a complete write-off.
Yeah.
Like 2020 was.
Yeah.
Because I think some people now are just a bit sick of it and want to get married and have got it in their heads that a smaller wedding is their only option.
Yeah.
But from people I speak to in the industry, whether that's a stationery supplier or wedding dress shops or things like that, 2022 is going to be the boom.
The boom.
Yeah, the industry's just going to go mad.
And that's exactly why we've booked out, or we're going to book ours in 2022.
Yeah.
We're going to get in there early. It's a strange one because when you think of weddings or parties or any kind of hospitality, we've always had it for so long, haven't we, in our lives, that you never thought anything like this would come.
No.
And pretty much ruin it for everyone. So
I used to remember when my mum would be like, "You're right. What are you going to do with your life? What's your plan after college?"
did she?
Giving it all that. And I said, "Mum, I just don't want a job sat behind a desk. Like, no offence if that's what people do, but I'm just a bit more of a get up and go kind of person.
Kind of gal.
Kind of gal. And I didn't want a job where I worked 9 to 5.
Yeah.
And then when we looked at universities, we went to see like the seminar on events, and I just thought, this is me all over. I've worked in events since I was 14.
Yeah.
Maybe 16.
Yeah. Massively illegal that, but whatever.
And that's why I love it, because every day is different, and you might work a normal 9-hour day, but some days you might work a 17-hour day, but that's what it is. I think there's a certain type of person that works in events.
Yeah, but now we're coming up to the... No, absolutely not. Now we're coming up to the point where it's pretty much been 12 months since we had an event. Well, 11 months since we had a proper event. And
we did a wedding at Christmas, just before Christmas. 15 people, masks on.
Yeah, and what was that like? Because that's one thing that I definitely don't want. Like, I don't want a small wedding where you can't invite all your friends, everyone's wearing masks. Like, I'd rather wait for it to get like normalised again. We haven't spoke about this, have we?
What?
Like what we want if it doesn't change back.
I mean, if it doesn't, I think we'd probably just get married and then do a big party when we could.
Yeah, because is that what a lot of people you're finding are doing? They're getting married so that they have the marital status.
We did the first wedding in August when we opened up for Eat Out to help out, and you were allowed a wedding for 30. And that was just you know, trying to get people to sit down and not mingle at a wedding.
You're almost
Just-
a fun police at that point, aren't you?
Yeah,
And
it's
that's
just
not what you want.
ridiculous.
What's wrong with him? You alright, mate? You got a bow tie on, you're looking very dashing. I've not been down here, it's quite nice, isn't it?
But I wouldn't want that, you know, people sat with masks on.
No.
You know,
No.
but that's just
Does the
me.
bride have to wear a mask, or did they?
When they walk down the aisle, no.
Yeah.
And then when you...
But you see, that doesn't make sense, because if you're saying logically, and this isn't like a political debate or a debate about COVID or whatever, but COVID isn't gonna stop because she's walking down the aisle. Like, if you're wearing it, aren't you?
You know, but all the guests have got them on.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But the person whose wedding it is, the disease isn't going to go, oh, what's her wedding, I'll leave her alone. Like, it defies logic, doesn't it, sometimes? But I'm digressing there anyway. But so, long story short, really, are we going to get married? Yeah. We have picked a day, we're not going to diversify into it, but you're all invited anyway, so I hope you can come.
Not James.
It's £100 a head, so probably not, but it's lovely down here, isn't it? Is this someone's house? This isn't the footpath, you know, it's just someone's house. We've taken a wrong... We're finding our way round, I think, is the what we're doing. But thinking about that logically, how different did a 2020 wedding look to hopefully what you want ours to look like?
I mean, you've got to think from a hospitality venue point of view. You know, your focus really is the well-being of your staff. So face masks, you know, regular washing, have they got the hand sanitizers, things like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it can be, some people have masks that match the uniform, do you know what I mean? So I think that can be quite intimidating.
Yeah.
To a guest that's just turning up to a wedding. You know, you don't matter.
Some kind of scent, hasn't he?
Whereas we decided to use the visors so that people could still see our faces, and
Yeah.
we're a bit more friendly and things like that.
Yeah.
But you have to have everybody's name and address before they arrive, sanitise before you walk into the building, you know. Everybody's into the same routine, aren't they now?
So I guess guys, get in the comments and let us know. I think he wants to go that way.
I'm not going over the field.
No. I think there's the footpath though, but we'll go back this way. We're lost. We're not far from home, but we're lost. Get in the comments below and let us know, have you been to any events recently? What were they like? How, like, did it change the vibe? Did it change everyone's feelings almost? And
like you say, a wedding's such a fun time, it turns into like that negative, can you just sit down, sir?
yeah,
You know, all that kind of,
and you just don't want that,
you
do
don't
you?
want it. Whereas, and then when you introduce alcohol, I think that's where the government comes from, in terms of like only serving alcohol with meals and things like that, is that you're encouraging that social behaviour, you know, constant hugging.
Yeah,
you know, kissing,
because when I've had a beer,
congratulations.
I'm going to hug who I want, end of. Like,
Exactly.
so I'm that guy, a hugger.
But then you weren't allowed evening receptions, so I've delivered one wedding who had the ceremony and had to go home afterwards.
See, that's not a wedding, is it? Like, that's not, I can't imagine.
But when you've waited, these couples might have waited 3 years to get married.
Yeah,
You know, at this point, if we'd been engaged 3 years and it had been called off twice,
yeah, you just
I
do it,
think
yeah.
we'd just do it.
And I guess a lot of people are thinking, because the general rule of thumb for a lot of people is we'll get married, then we'll have kids, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I know that's not necessarily how everyone works these days, and each to their own, but I guess a lot of people are thinking, well, I just want to get married so we can move on with our lives and have kids, and I know a lot of people are probably thinking that as well, so
You have a bit of a body clock.
yeah. But yeah, just a bit of a check-in really, like, 'cause I know a lot of people said, oh, when are you planning on doing it? Are you gonna do it in COVID and this and that? And
I mean, we don't necessarily have a big guest list.
oh, I don't know, there's 8,000 people here already.
Ooh.
That dog's not coming. Right, we're away from the dogs now, but do you think hospitality is going to pick, like, is there going to be a massive boom? Are we going to have like a...
Yes, that's why I said, when people were asking me what I wanted to do with my life, I said, oh, events. The one thing that drew me into it was that it was never going to be a dying industry.
Yeah,
You know, everybody's always going to get married, always going to have a birthday. Unfortunately, everybody's going to die.
yeah.
You know, these are the life events are never going to die out.
But
Which is
then-
what drew me to it, because in a sense you think that your job's safe,
Yeah.
Until a global pandemic hits, and then you're like furloughed for a year.
Yeah.
You know, and that we're not built for this furlough life.
No.
Because we like to
What
be
do you
at
mean
work.
we?
We as in workers in the hospitality industry.
Okay.
I think we're a certain breed, is what I mean.
Yeah.
So we're,
Bossy.
no, just
I'm
firm
joking.
and
Firm.
organised.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Thing is, you say this to me, but when you're on an event and something goes wrong, or you know you didn't anticipate something happening, how quick you get it back rolling and you know get going again. That's not being, you know, an arse.
Yeah.
That's just getting on with your job, because if you found out about what went wrong, I haven't done my job properly.
Yeah. Fair enough. So, like, the logical, so the reason for this video for me was, do you think people are gonna
Put off getting married?
No, but like even so, not even about weddings, but maybe more so about parties and get-togethers and gatherings.
Yeah.
When everyone's vaccinated, everyone's done. Do you think there's going to be like a big
Surge of yeah.
So like, right, we're having a massive party on that day and that's it?
Not just to celebrate COVID, but you know, we've heard people celebrate big birthdays in lockdown.
Yeah.
That they've said, no, I'm not opening my presents this year. I'll turn 60 next
Really?
year. Or yeah.
Well, I couldn't do that. I like a present too much.
Or you know, we'll celebrate his anniversary next year, or do it big.
See, that's some next level stuff, innit? And I personally couldn't do that at all. But
or something as simple as, you know, I think people have come to terms with the fact that maybe the big high end of it, like it's going to be a long time before anybody's at a festival.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is, are people still going to be wary, do you think? Or is it going to be, right, we've done what we can do, everyone's vaccinated,
No, I
people...
think when the vaccination's rolled out, what more can we do?
Yeah, then you either accept leaving your front door and going, or...
Yeah.
And I should probably say, this whole video is based on a lot of people dying and a lot of people losing loved ones, so massively feel for anyone...
Which is another thing why people are rushing into the whole, let's do it with 15 people, or, you know, let's do it with 30 people. Because people are dying and family, you know, life is short.
Yeah.
You know, you want to do it, which is why, you know, you said to me, oh, would you want to do it with face masks on? Well, you know, depending on the scenario, that might be your only option to celebrate it with your loved ones.
Yeah.
You know, I've rung some bridal shops today and said, oh, how soon do I need to get in if we're thinking of getting married next year? And they're like, now, because it's going to go mental.
What did you say the budget was for them? Did we? Oh dear. Right. Well, I think we're going to leave that there, but basically, a lot of people have been asking what our plans are.
Got another point.
Right.
So that's probably why we haven't put off booking your 30th.
Yeah.
You know, we know it's going to happen in
Big
the summer.
30th bash, big one.
We know it's going to happen in the summer.
Yeah.
And we're willing to risk it.
Yeah.
So whether that's, you know...
Where are you going? The camera's here.
Let's get past the car. How long's your arm?
Not that long.
Stretch.
So go on, I'll talk to the back of your head.
But we're just happy to do it, aren't we? Whether that's 30
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, because like
happy to
you'd
do
rather have 30 of your closest friends there,
Yeah.
and
some people said, oh, but my other friends haven't managed to have a 30th. And
yeah,
I'm going to make the most of the fact that I can have a party
yeah.
with however many people.
And
It's my
like, I
birthday.
think you can't. Obviously, I started this video by apologising to people whose weddings have been put back and put off, and you almost can't feel. You feel sorry for people, but it's not your fault. Like you shouldn't then.
No.
You shouldn't then worry about what they think
At the end
about
of the day,
yours.
You're getting married because you love each other.
Oh,
So whether... So what
this
I mean
dog,
is,
honestly, today.
it's not all about the big day, is it?
No,
As long as you've got married, I suppose.
as long as you've had a caterpillar cake, you're safe. And we're going to finish on that bombshell. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you do hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. What have you got to say?
I do